Hi everyone. I was just thinking that I have I don't know 50 albums here, 60 albums here that I listen to them almost every month, and I wanted to show you some of them because I really like them. You know, these albums here for me are part of my life, and I just I have bought them long time ago. I don't have too much time because I have only 34 minutes to record this video. That is the storage I have. I won't edit anything. I won't cut anything. If I speak something wrong, if my English is not good, I'm sorry. I spent years without speaking English, and you know, when you don't speak every day or almost every week, you will forget words, you will forget how to connect phrases and so on. So let's start. I will just be commenting, showing you and giving a short comment about the album, and they won't be in order, okay? So I can show you a band, then I go to another band, and then return back to the same band I showed you, you know. So I will start here because I have all this album out of the box. The first band I wanted to show you that is, for me, is one of the best bands ever in the world that changed music forever were the Beatles. You know, I have almost all the albums from them. You know, so here, you know, they are not in order. All the albums. If I had to choose one of them, I will always choose John Lennon, because for me it was more than a figure. He was more than a singer, more than anything. He was like a semi-god, you know. For me, John Lennon is just in another level. You can discuss that. Now this is Jimi Hendrix. I also like him. Here. This one here is just amazing how they changed their sound, taking into account what they were doing before. And this one, the White Album, is just amazing. Well, the Beatles. Jimi Hendrix, this is an album that both sides of the sky. It almost had it has different recordings of previous songs and unreleased songs also. Were very good songs, like, I don't know, Hear My Train A Coming, Power of Soul, Things I Used to Do, Sweet Angel, and Say My Love to Linda. That I personally like very much that song. Let's put that back into the box. Then we are going to get here Iron Maiden, Book of Souls, double album. One of the songs that I really like from here is Tears of a Clown, and Speed of Light, and Shadows of the Valley, and Empire of the Clouds. The entrance is a little depressive, but I think it's Bruce that is playing the piano there. Very good, Bruce. It's amazing. Bruce, if you're watching this, I send my greetings. This one here is Megadeth, Euthanasia. This one here is Megadeth, Rust in Peace. Very good album here. And as you know, this one, Take No Prisoners, Hangar 18, Holy Wars, really good riffs, powerful rhythm guitars and solos that are amazing, played by Dave and this other guy, that Marty, I think, Freeman, I don't remember. I think he was in this time in the band. Now I don't remember too well that stuff, what kind of things. Then, Metallica, Kill 'Em All. This one first album from Metallica, Cliff Burton here, just amazing, you know. Here you are. Now this, I won't show you now. This here. Then, well, I have almost all the albums from Iron Maiden. I will start from the first one to the last. This is first album from Iron Maiden, which started all. You know, here was Paul Di'Anno. Here was also I think this other guy, I don't remember now his name, that played with on Les Paul here. Killers, their second album, powerful and just a little better recorded. In his both albums, you have here, I have here the signature of Paul Di'Anno itself. If you see here, maybe you cannot see it because it's like dark. Here I don't have, you know, I don't have these lights that all people make it stuff in TikTok and bullshit, you know. So here, this Paul signature here, because I was in the concert and I was the first one there to ask for a signature, because I knew somehow that Paul wasn't to last long, you know. He said he was looking very, very bad at that time. So rest in peace, Paul. This also here you have the signature here. Here he signed these two albums for me, and he told me that if I had a pen with me, and I said no, I don't have a pen, and he responded. His response was, what everybody comes here, ask me for sign me this, sign me that, but they don't bring ever a pen with them. And I just said to him, you know, I couldn't bring a pen because the guy from the entrance won't let me in. But before I was finishing the sentence, he told me, you think I'm an idiot? I was in Iron Maiden. Then we laughed, and then he signed me that the albums, and he told me that he only drank, you know, cachaça, that is like a Brazilian kind of drink, alcoholic drink, and beer. So I was with a little bottle of whiskey, and he didn't want to drink it. So, anyways, it was a good time, good concert. Then Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. Here was Bruce Dickinson. Here, and the sound is totally changed the sound of the band with his powerful voice. You know, Bruce is like another dimension of singer. He's not, Paul is, you don't have to compare them, you know, because they are like, you know, it's just comparing two different kind of cars, you know, and I don't like when they compare them. Also with Blaze, and there are different singers for different times of the band, and every one of them were very good for the band, you know. So you cannot. I can choose one. Somewhere in time, I don't like this mix. From the CD, I think the sound engineer did the workshop ever here. I don't know what he did, but he didn't do it well. I think I don't know what he did. I can't say anything about this because like the bass guitar is like too loud, and you know you can hear the other instruments, or you hear other instruments and the bass is like so high that you know, fuck it up, man. And just I don't really like it. Next one, this tour, I found this tour one of the best tours ever of Iron Maiden. That is Seven Son of a Seven Son. But Bruce Dickinson voice was in the highest, you know. Bruce Dickinson voice was in the highest, you know, level here for me, at least for me. It's all my opinion. You can be in. You can agree or not, you know. Here is Peace of Mind. Very good album for me. It's just this one here, as all the albums from Iron Maiden, I listen from the start to the end. But this personally, I like to put once again and second time or 3 times too, because it's one of their best albums ever. Well, let's put this back into the box. And here's one other, Fear of the Dark. Fear of the Dark. This is another kind of sound of Iron Maiden. It was in the 90s, I think. You know, here they have, for example, Wasting Love, that is like a ballad. It's not like a powerful song, but it's a good ballad. Another, it's just something different from them. And Should As Be My Guide, also is a good, very good song. Fear the Dark as well. Well, here we have this one here with Blaze Bayley, The X Factor. This one here is just different kind of ambient. You know, this is just deeper, and it's like I don't know, darker from in terms of music. You know, it's really different kind of thing. Well, then I have here another kind of bands. For example, I will show you this. This is a band from Argentina called Hermética. Hermética is a heavy metal band, thrash metal band, as you can see, and it's very powerful sound, very powerful lyrics, realistic lyrics about working class men, about you know, it's a very good album. Ácido Argentino is called. Then from here, from my country, from Uruguay, I have here Buenos Muchachos, Aire Rico. It's a very good album. This band here is amazing. I have seen them about twice. They are very good, very good. Here another album from Buenos Muchachos, Uno con Uñas sucesivamente. This is personally my favorite one. Amanecer Búho. This is another album from them. All these albums are very good. They are amazing. Death. Individual thought patterns. Here, I think the bass player has a fretless bass. He plays a fretless bass. Very powerful death metal. Shows of Triani, Surfing with the Alien. This here was for me, when at the time that I listened to it, it was a really good influence. A very a very good influence that for us guitar players, you know, because Joe is just an amazing guitar player that does all those, you know, reading and well, effects in the guitar that you can get many things from it, and you can apply to your own music. Here's Slayer. This is not a live album. This is Live on Dead, but they said once that they just were into the studio and with a few people there that were like their audience. So this album here is not, it's live, but it's not live. Just it's weird, but it's powerful. You hear the guitar, the Kerry King's guitar very good, and Jeff Hanneman's guitar very good. Also, all the things they did live, those powerful solos and crazy solos that they used to do in the live, So the rage and the fury of Slayer is there. Here is nothing to do with that, but also a good double album, Stadium Arcadium for Red Hot Chili Peppers. Frusciante here for me one of just of best guitar players. He is a guitar player that mixes all different kind of sounds in the guitar and things. He is like another kind of composer, Here, dogs are barking. Here on punk rock with Ramones, I'm not a fan of punk rock bands. For me, punk rock bands are good. I listened to them when I was younger, when I was 15 or 16 years old. But then I just got bored of them because no Ramones, but all the punk rock bands, because I don't know. I listen to 2 or 3 bands, about 30 or 50 minutes of them, and I got bored and I had to change them. I cannot stand more than 1 hour of punk rock. Here another punk rock band from Britain, from United Kingdom or England or wherever. Sex Pistols, never mind the bollocks. Here are the Sex Pistols. Another kind of punk, because England was in that time having a lot of different stuff and problems going on. So 70s here are in Great Britain was I think time of change for punk bands and from people. Well, here I have this here is Camel, a live record. Camel is a progressive rock band. This album here is a double album that I have bought in a little market here in my country. It's as you can see, it is a double album. I will try not to fuck it up. Here it is, double album. I fucked it up, Fuck off, man. Sorry. If kids are listening to this video, please go away. And here you have in CD1. You have all the CD1 and CD2. It's there all live stuff from all their career. I think they recorded this into 1975 and 76, 1975 and 1976. I like here. From here I like, for example, Uneven Song. I like Lunar Sea, Chord Change, Lady Fantasy. That is one of my favorite. Also, too much people say the same about Lady Fantasy. They think that it's a very good song that has 3 or 4 parts that really gets to the last part. It goes higher and higher. With that keyword. And well, in this second album, you have, for example, that in my case, I really like Migration, Dunkirk, Ryder Goes to Town, and La Princesse Perdue. I don't know if French. I don't understand and speak French, so I don't know if it's well pronounced, but I think that's the way you pronounce it. Then, continuing with that kind of rock or progressive rock, hard rock or prog rock, Led Zeppelin. this here was the first album from Led Zeppelin I bought, and the first album of Led Zeppelin that I listened to. And I remember there was a freezing morning that I put Black Dog, you know, the first song that I heard from this album. Of course, the first song is Black Dog, so I was amazed. Then I rock and roll The Battle of Evermore, and the fourth, the classic Stairway to Heaven. When it came to, it was for me was entering another dimension, you know, because Jimmy Page's guitar was really amazing. I didn't listen to anything like that in that time, so it was here another CD from album from Led Zeppelin, House of the Holy, with its controversial front and back art with the kids there. Was I think it was a problem that time. This front art. I don't know. I don't remember that. Yeah, I have read somewhere. Well, I have more here. Well, this one, The Who. This album here, you know, is a live album and a studio album. You have for in this one, or CD1 as you can name it, you have a studio recordings. Like I can explain My Generation, The Kids Are Alright, and then in CD2 you have the same songs but live in different places, I think, and it's very, very powerful. Here you can hear Pete Townshend and you know, and all the stuff. The Who, very good band. Keith Moon, very good band. Classic rock band from Britain, from the Kingdom. One of my favorite bands ever, The Doors. First album from The Doors. This is psychedelic, really psychedelic, rock and roll at its finest. If you like rock and roll, you cannot have this one. You have to have it. You must have it. The Strange Days. I really like the art from the Morrison Hotel, LA Woman, Bright Midnight Live. This is a live album of The Doors. Really powerful, really with all the rage from Jim Morrison. Another live album, The Doors in concert, from four different places. Jim Morrison, The Doors, Poetry, American Prayer. This, I think, it was recorded before Jim died, a few months before. It's just an amazing album for you know, you have to put this in the CD player and to think about, if you understand English, to think about the things he wrote about. He was a really good writer, you know. He was more than a singer. He was a really good poet and really good writer. Then, what else we have here? There is no necessary of commenting about this one here because it's everybody must know this album, Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. I saw Roger Waters here when he was in Uruguay. It was an amazing show. By the way, it rained a lot When I mean a lot, it was a lot. Were all under water, and he continued the show. He stopped once, but then he continued. I was standing in the front of the row every all the night. I didn't go to the bathroom or I wasn't hiding anywhere. I was there because I wanted to see show. Well, Pink Floyd, first one, Piper of Getting Down, with Syd Barrett. From here, I like, Interstellar Overdrive, Bike, Matilda Mother, Lucifer Sam, and so on. Middle, with Echoes, great song. Pink Floyd, Animals. This one here is just amazing. Sorry, I was drinking a little apple juice. It's good for the throat. The Doors, Waiting for the Sun. Waiting for the Sun. Wintertime Love is a good ballad. Love Street also. It has a very good songs here. It's an album more accessible for those that weren't more into rock and roll, So those did that. They were very they could do rock and roll, frenetic rock and roll, and they could make very good ballads. They could do anything they wanted to do because they were one of the best band ever. I don't know how to continue with this. Blues Breakers, John Mayall. Here was Eric Clapton too. This is good blues rock, British blues rock, in the time that in England was playing the blues rock music. Here you have Opeth, Damnation. I personally really like this album because it's like going into a Scandinavian forest. You have here the bass player was Uruguayan. I think that the drummer was Uruguayan too. Yes, this one here you have to be is really, I don't know how to say it. It's really if you are not in a good state of mind, you can get depressed listening to this. But this one here gets the ambient very very good, and it's an amazing album. 10 of 10 this year. Pat Metheny and Jim Hall live album. This album is so quiet. It's an album that is a really really soft album of jazz guitar and fusion guitar or whatever. Pat Metheny, I have seen him here in my country when he came, and for me it was amazing how he played, and also all the things he did in the guitar and the effects he used. It was a really really good show. Pat is because he still plays up to this day. This is an amazing guitar player. Jim Hall also. Jim Hall, you can't sit with these people play because they will get you into trouble, Here I have Pescado Rabioso, Luis Alberto Spinetta. Pescado Rabioso al top. This here is an Argentinian musician, very known musician in this place in Uruguay, in Argentina, and this album here is about musically talking. It's you have very powerful and complex and hardcore changes. He did everything but it sounds sweet. At the same time, it sounds like poetic, and Spinetta was there is no word to describe him as an artist, because he was more than a musician. He was an artist, a complete artist. Where I have to continue to, I have more here. I'm running out of time. I have 4 minutes. Here, there's a parade of the Doors. I forgot to show you this. Johnny Cash, Out Among the Stars. This is a solo album of Johnny Cash. With, I think, plays there his girlfriend at the time. I don't know if it was his girlfriend or what. This album here, I have to say something. I was walking into Montevideo and I saw this one. I didn't know what it was years about, and I got it because of the art, the front art. Then I went home and put it in the CD player, and for me it was the beginning of a different kind of way of playing guitar. Steve Howe is just an amazing guitar player that mixes everything: flamenco, classical style, and rock and roll, jazz, and you can beat him. This here is just an amazing album from Yes, progressive rock at its finest, 70s. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication. This is an album from Nirvana that I don't care much about it, because this here is a band from my country. That is a band from the 80s that is called Traidores. It's like a punk band, but a punk band from the 80s. They sound very, very good. The guitar player here is amazing. Montevideo Agoniza. Its name, Montevideo Agoniza. This is a flamenco album, Paco Lucía, Entre Dos Aguas. I love flamenco too. This here, Paco is a tremendous guitar player. R.E.M. Collapsing to Now. Extremo Duro, a band from Spain. Another one from Paco de Lucía. And finally, Héroes del Silencio from Spain. This album here is very, very good, from the 80s. And I have also another albums here, but I don't like them very much. So I think that's all. I just wanted to show you some albums and say something about it. I think music is the only thing that will unite people in the end, and if you can play an instrument, if you can try to make music better, try to do it, because the world needs music. People need music. And not only rock and roll, but jazz, but flamenco, but classic music. So you don't have to be an amazing guitar player in order to play, but you can do little things to make world better in terms of music. So goodbye. See you.